Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Jessa Jeremiah.
And I'm Justin Riley, and what a beautiful day it is. We are outside today, and we're at Vitense Golfland.
Yeah.
We're so excited to be here.
Getting a chance to soak up some of the beautiful weather left of summer here, and it's just fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, people are out here chipping golf balls, and they're
I
doing
know.
pretty well from what I see out here.
I
so.
think I'm going to hit a few myself in a few minutes.
Cool,
Looks
good
fun.
for you, good for you. We're going to be talking with the folks from Vitense a little bit later in the program, but we've got some other great guests coming up today as well.
Yeah, we sure do. I'm very excited to learn more about Pendleton, which is a brand that has been around for a really long time, has a rich history.
Yes.
And you know, I was in
And
the
still
store.
in the family. There's still a family business.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's sort of surprising. I don't
Yeah.
think there's a lot of that these days for a
Right.
company that's been around for so long.
Right.
I was in the store the other day, and believe it or not, they're getting fall merchandise in already.
I
Can
know,
you
that's
believe
crazy.
it? I know.
It'll be here before we know it.
It's so true. And well, in the retail world, you have to be so ahead of the seasons
Yeah.
and start planning so far in advance.
Yes.
But how fun is that to get those packages and start planning for fall?
Yeah, that's got to be a lot of fun for them. And also in the program, we're going to be joined by Gallery Marzen, which is
Yes.
an art gallery over in the Atwood Schenk neighborhood. So
Yeah.
very, very cool there. And I understand that Marzen is actually a Polish word for place of dreams.
Place of Dreams, yep, you've got it. So we had the opportunity to meet Margaret, the owner, on our show Girl Talk a while back. She was
Right.
talking about the exhibit that they had for Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
And what a neat thing. We got to see some photos, meet some of the amazing artists, meet them
Yeah.
through their art.
Yeah.
And I just kind of fell in love with them. So we'll get a chance to check in and see what they're doing now.
Lots of local artists there, lots of
Yeah.
good things to check
Absolutely.
out. So yeah, again, we're here at Vitense Golfland. We'll be talking with them later in the program. It's all coming up right here on Wisconsin Family. Stick around.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Hey folks, welcome back to Wisconsin Family, and it is a beautiful day out on the golf course
Yeah.
here at Vitense Golfland. We are so
Indeed.
excited to be here.
Absolutely. Nice to be kind of outside, get a little weather, soak it in.
Yeah, it's a nice little change. And if you are dreaming of art, or if you are an art lover at all, then you need to stay tuned for this guest that we have coming up here. We have Margaret LeMay from Gallery Marzen now joins us. Welcome, Margaret.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
Glad to have you and chat with you again. I got to speak with you a little bit before.
Yeah, you were on Girl Talk not too
Yep.
long ago,
Yeah.
so it's good to have you back. So talk to us a little bit about Marzen and how it came about.
Sure. Well, I've been in the arts industry for about 20 years here in the area, and in 2008 started an art consulting business, Integrated Art Group, where I work with architects and designers and put art collections together primarily for corporate and healthcare entities. And 2 years ago moved to Madison and really felt that Madison needed an art space. There were a couple galleries that had recently closed that had been longtime establishments in the city. And I really, felt there was a need there. So in looking for a space to run Integrated Art Group, found a beautiful building on Atwood Avenue right in the Schenk-Atwood neighborhood, and the gallery came to be.
Yeah, and that's a great location for something like that. Seems like a lot of creativity and
Absolutely.
perfect area for
You
you
got
to
some
be.
foot traffic too, so people can kind of
Yeah,
drop in and check it
absolutely.
out.
Oh, you
too.
bet. We get a lot of people coming in, and we're open regular hours, Tuesday through Friday, and then Saturdays as well. So,
okay.
yeah, it's really
Perfect.
nice. Been really, really well received in the community.
Yeah.
Awesome. And when we spoke with you last, we kind of checked in about an exhibition that you had going on and kind of got to fall in love with some of the artists that were doing some really cool things. So talk to us about what you have coming up. Are there any additional exhibitions or any events or what's going on?
Sure. Well, the show we have right now is Wonderland, and it actually is only up to the end of the week, but I brought a couple pieces from that show.
Very
The artists are really celebrating the 150th publishing of the Adventures of Alice in Wonderland series.
It's a mouthful.
Oh, wow.
It is, thank you. But it's a wonderful exhibit, and we have 3 more exhibits coming up before the end of the year. The next one is going to be in October, and it is Celebration and Remembrance, and they are community shrines. We're doing this in conjunction with Edgewood College Galleries, so David Wells is the director there. And last year when he mounted this event, it really drew so much response from the community that he had to replicate it, and I really want to be involved and become an Eastside satellite to bring it out into the community. So what we'll have are shrine boxes that artists can sign up for, and they create their own shrines. So then during the month of October, there'll be various events going on. We'll have the exhibition, we'll have an artist reception where people can come in and talk about the shrines they've created.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's really a community event. And we'll get
Yeah.
other organizations and schools involved in the community, so we're really excited about that one. And then the one toward the end of the year is multi-artist extravaganza, really, Festivus Bizarris. I think it's going to be an annual thing. It was really well received last year. And we'll have about 20 artists or more featured, all fine art and fine crafts, everything from functional glass and ceramics to letterpress note cards, textiles, artful clothing.
Wow.
Gosh, toys for the kids that are handmade, just you name it, it'll be there. So it's a really fun event and exhibit.
Geez, well, you must have all kinds of time on your hands. You got nothing going on. Yeah. Goodness
So,
gracious.
taking the focus back to Marzen itself, there's a number of galleries around town here. Probably the most well-known would be Emoka. What makes Marzen kind of stand out from all the other art galleries?
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, there are a number of galleries, and really what we wanted to do is to create an aesthetic that is sincere, organic, and open, and really to have art be the focal point and to have a venue where, gosh, people from all walks can come in and feel comfortable, look at artwork from both emerging and established artists, and just have a very sophisticated and clean feel to it.
Absolutely.
So very open.
I like the word organic. I think that's a beautiful word to describe it. And we've talked about some of the things you have going on, and you're very busy. Let's talk a little bit about the kind of art that you're carrying, that you have, and types of artists that you're going to be showcasing.
Sure.
Just as a general, on a regular basis.
You bet. So right now, of the artists who we represent and showcase in the gallery, many of them are local and regional, but I do work with artists from all over the state. And we have everything from metalsmithing sculptures, we have traditional works, paintings and works on paper, fine art printmaking, such as etchings and woodcuts, you name it, and I think the medium is going to be represented in there. One of the exhibitions I failed to mention was an installation, so even before that Shrine and Remembrance, our next show coming up actually in September is going to be an installation show. So we have a pair of artists coming in that work with familiar objects, papers, textiles, screen, wax, and they're going to actually transform the gallery space into an installation. So you're actually walking into an environment. So I'm very excited about that show as well.
Creativity in all different mediums, like a hub of creative energy going on. That's
Very
so cool.
Margaret LeMay from Gallery Marzen, thank you so much for joining us
thanks
today.
for
Thank you so much for having me.
Don't go away. We've got more Wisconsin Family coming up right after this. Stick around.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Hey folks, welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are outside today filming at the fabulous Vitence Gulfland.
It's a nice change.
Kind of fun.
to be
Yeah, kind of fun
outside.
to be outside for our show today. And we are joined now by Patty Jasinski, who is the store manager of Pendleton. And we just learned a family-owned business now for, gosh, over 150 years.
Yes.
What an accomplishment. So let's talk a little bit about the Middleton store. And you're over in Greenway Station.
Yes.
What's happening over in Pendleton right now?
Well, it's an exciting time of year right now. It's almost like Christmas time for us because we're getting so much shipment in daily. So we get new product every day in our women's wear, men's wear, blankets, and accessories. So every day we get to open up boxes and never know what's in there, and then
It
get
really
to
is like Christmas.
I know, it's like presents. Yeah.
it's like woo, you know.
Fun.
Yeah, so we get to see what's coming in, and then we get to merchandise it into the store. And then yeah, we just last year launched a new accessories line. So it's it's knitwear. So we finally got in socks, wool socks. You know, you think with
Oh,
Pendleton wool, you know, we
Yes.
should have socks.
Absolutely.
So we just came out with this sock line.
Perfect for Wisconsin.
Right.
True winners. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And then hats and mufflers, scarves, and then also we came out with like tote bags and. Yeah,
Just
regular.
everything.
Yeah, I
All
mean, like,
kinds of
yeah, just this
accessories.
whole accessory line, and it's just boomed, you know, for
That's
us. It's just
great.
taken off. It's wonderful. And then we even come out with these messenger bags, you know, so
okay.
that's great for the graduate students,
that's
you know,
perfect.
yep,
Yes,
great
absolutely.
for the college students. So come on in.
Yeah. all
Yeah,
kinds
back
of
to
That
school.
time of year.
Yeah,
I know,
back to school.
and it's crazy you're talking about hats and scarves and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, you start planning for winter coming up. You know, it is coming, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's
Unfortunately,
the inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you guys have another line of products. You have a National Park Collection and America's Treasures. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this year marks, in 2016, it marks, Pendleton came out with the Glacier National Park blanket. It's
Okay.
the striped blanket.
Okay.
And in 1916, the National Park Service actually was started also. So it's the 100-year anniversary for that. And so in commemoration of that, Pendleton came out with this huge national park category. So we came out with a lot more items in our National Park collection. We've always had the National Park blankets, but we've got a lot more items to go with that. And so a certain percentage of our sales is going to go back into the National Park system, and it's going to help to restore and revitalize the staircase that's in the Glacier Park Lodge,
Okay.
which has been inaccessible to
Okay.
use at all to the public. And then it's also going to help to restore the Grand Canyon train depot also.
Oh, that's
Very
wonderful.
Yeah, so you're not
neat.
only, you're going to help benefit, you know, the national park system also.
So you're kind of taking a staple and turning it into this whole line that is going to have some awesome benefits. for
Right.
folks.
You
That's
know,
great.
and it's a little bit of everything. I mean, we've got pet products. We've got little doggy beds, leashes.
gosh,
Yeah,
that's
so
so
there's,
cute.
you know, something for everyone.
Yeah,
You know, we've got
absolutely.
bracelets. We've got little pins. I mean, anywhere from $5 up to the price of the blanket.
Great gifts for folks. too.
Right. Yeah. I mean, any little dollar amount will help benefit the national park system.
That's wonderful.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about some of the history. So Pendleton Woolen Mills has been around for a very long time. Let's kind
Right.
of talk about the company today and sort of what that looks like with such a long-standing history.
Yeah, well, like we talked about before, it we founded in 1863 by Thomas Kay, who is the original founder. But the company didn't actually start until 1909. But it is a 6th-generation family-run business.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
so impressive to keep it in the family for that duration and to still be doing so well and thriving with a family company. That's
Yeah.
really nice.
And
yeah.
to find generation after generation who want to keep that tradition alive too. You
Yeah,
know, a lot of folks,
absolutely.
you know, when daddy owns a business, they say, "Oh, I don't want any part of the family business." But
Yeah.
obviously, this must be a great place
That
to.
speaks to the brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, you know, are there any, you know, for those of us who maybe haven't been into Pendleton, what are some deals that are going on right now that might help get some more people in the door?
Right now we have this wonderful wardrobe kind of like building event. So it's with our new fall merchandise, and then you can also combine it with the sale merchandise in the store. If you buy one item, you get 15% off. If you buy 2 items, you get 20% off.
that's great.
Yeah, if you buy 3 items, you get 30% off.
And you look lovely. I just want to mention your jacket here is so beautiful
Yes.
and perfect for fall, and just you look great.
Well, thank you. This is actually merino wool, and it's a draped cardigan, but you have to feel it. I mean, if you haven't been
God,
to,
that's awesome.
yeah, you have to
Yeah.
feel
Oh, wow,
it.
yeah.
If you haven't been to Pendleton, or if you haven't touched wool in a long time,
Yeah.
it has come a very long way.
People think itchy when they think of wool, but it's not
Right,
anymore.
right. It's not, you know, and Pendleton still mills all their own wool. You know, we have 2 of our mills that are still up and running.
Yeah.
which is wonderful. We still have our original mill that is out in Pendleton, Oregon, hence Pendleton, and then Washougal, Washington.
Sure.
Right here. Right
Yep.
here. I love
Right.
that.
So all of our wool is still milled right here in the United States.
That's
So our
great.
woolen fabrics are still 100%, made in the USA.
Well, Patty, this is awesome. I'm so glad we got to chat with you more about Pendleton. You look great. That wool jacket is just outstanding.
Thank
So
you.
I love that for fall, and we'll have to have you back because that was lots of fun.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me.
We're going to be back. We're going to be chatting with the folks here at Vi-10's Golfland after the break, so please stick around for more Wisconsin Family.
Every day is a new day. Every day is a new day.
Hey folks, welcome back to Wisconsin Family, and we're here on location at Vi-10's Golfland, and I'm standing next to Joel Weitz, who is the third generation owner and grandson of George Vi-10's. Thank you so much for having us here today. This is
Great
great.
to be here.
We're
Thank
gonna go
you.
play some mini golf. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready for you
I've
to
been
show me a couple
practicing
things.
for you.
Good, let's
Okay.
go. Wisconsin hole number 1. Now, Joel, I just have to ask you, you've been in business now for over 60 years, or you're starting your 60th anniversary. What has made Vi-10's become the staple of Madison that it is today?
Well, first of all, because it's been 60 years, we've just developed over time. And even back in the mid-50s when my grandfather started it, he was kind of a pioneer of this concept, mixing in a golf range with miniature golf, and then a par 3 short course that was the first lit, and still only the lit golf course in the state.
That's very cool. There's so much variety here. And, speaking of variety, what brings people, I guess, what makes mini golf such an appealing thing for maybe a non-golfer?
Well, miniature golf in total, when it started back in, it really became popular in the 60s.
Sure.
And all over the United States. And then it evolved from here. And miniature golf, anyone can play. It's a great family activity. So over the years, as far as what's developed since we first opened it, I came here in 1992, and things like this hole right behind us, we kind of stumbled on the concept of mixing miniature golf with playground equipment. So we start here, and after you putt, you just fire yourself right through the slide. In this case, the luge run.
And adults can do that too.
Oh,
it's not just kids.
they like it more than kids.
Of course, they don't get as much playtime as the kids do.
That's right.
So now
exactly.
you've got a miniature golf open coming up on August 15th, which is a Saturday. Talk to us a little bit about what is a miniature golf open and how people can get involved.
This is the first time we've ever held one, and now we're actually part of the Pro Mini Golf Tour. We're one of the sites. And after 60 years, we tried to hold some tournaments before out here. But miniature golf is obviously a little different than your regular golf. But the Miniature Golf Open, we thought, it's been so nice having all these players over here, these families, for 60 years, so we thought we'd have this Miniature Golf Open, which is exactly what it is. Anyone can play. It's just limited to 18 and older, but anyone that's that age is playing for a $2,500 cash purse.
Wow.
First place being $1,500, so the top 5 get a payout. So we're really excited about it, and again, it's the first time we held it, but people winning some money playing miniature golf is a pretty unique concept.
That is pretty cool. Were you going to show me some moves here, Joel?
Well, yeah, I'll try here.
All
Okay,
right, here we go.
This particular hole, one of the things we like to do in our miniature golf holes is have multiple ways to play the hole. So if you go too far left, it's going to go somewhere else.
Right,
that gives you less of a chance for the hole in one. All right, and I want to go right down the middle. So let's see if I do that. Oh, made it down. So
All
that
right.
gives me an opportunity to possibly get a hole in one.
All right.
Now that is going down the old side alley
There
through
it
the
goes.
tunnels of the Vi-10's mountain here. So we'll see what happens as we proceed down to the lower part.
Well, thanks for chatting with me today, and I'm going to send you down to Jessa, who's at our golf suites now.
Oh,
so,
great. Yeah.
We'll see you down there.
Very good, thank you.
All right, thanks, Joel.
Okay, so we've headed down here, and I'm joined now by Joel, and I'm excited to talk about this. We were discussing a little bit that this is open year-round, and you have these fabulous golf suites. So tell us about that.
Well, first of all, the concept of being open year-round was the older model we have, where we already had 18 tee areas that are heated. The golfer was heated. And because we face south, too, we have the exposure to the sun. So we kind of get the benefit during the winter of the sun heating but the heaters over there were so intense that it made it pretty comfortable to practice year-round. So we wanted to expand that concept and make the range experience more of an entertainment experience too.
Absolutely.
So to buy, you know, when you go out to play golf, you have the beverage carts that
Right.
go out there. It's kind of makes the game for
Yeah,
a lot of people a little more
absolutely.
enjoyable. They get thirsty out there. So here's a concept of doing kind of the same thing, but adding a bar and grill element to the range.
Absolutely.
And what's really an enhancement from the old tee areas that we have is that we have seating, both bar top type tables and then these very comfortable chairs.
Yeah, we were sitting in them earlier and enjoying ourselves, and I think it's really outstanding. Just first of all, let's touch on the fact that it's open year round. That's not an easy task here in Wisconsin. So
It isn't.
to be able to make it comfortable for golfers to come out here and practice their game in the middle of January is pretty unusual, and it's a tough feat.
It's nice for those people too that are traveling south, Arizona or Florida, to be able to warm up first.
That's a really good point. Going
Yeah,
on
so
vacation, you
it's-
don't want to embarrass yourself first day out on the course. Yeah.
And for high school kids that are playing on the golf teams, it's great practice throughout the year for anyone, not to lose the feel of their golf swing.
Yeah.
So it's really been beneficial. The other interesting thing about the golf suites is there are people that have never played golf. There might be a group of women.
we don't believe that. No.
Well, that they just come out here because
Yeah.
it's such a unique environment. So, for example, we'd have a bunch of women, any age, come out here that may not have played, but it's like a little happy hour coming after work.
how fun.
And then they
Make a
might
little
practice
night.
hitting some balls, and there's no hurry. We have no time limit, but we do have wait staff going back and forth. So,
And you're
more to
even
grill
available
items.
for lessons, you were saying. So
I am.
if you haven't played before and you're interested in getting a lesson, you can come down here middle of summer, middle of winter, have yourself a nice little event with ladies' night out, or you said you do any events of all sizes for people to come out here and get a lesson.
Yeah, part of our facility is offering lessons from PGA professionals through our Vitens Golf Academy. One unique element that we've been able to do with the addition of this is have outings, for example, a group of financial advisors
Okay.
wanted to have an event here, so they reserved a couple of our 3T area suites. And my position as a golf professional, I walked up and down the line recording each one with my iPad. And then I did a voiceover lesson with them and sent it directly to the advisor to then send to his clients thanking them, and it's a really unique thing that they can do.
Yeah, a great little corporate event. I mean, there's all kinds of uses, and just a great way to feel like you're outside in the winter too. Gosh, that's something that would be wonderful. Really quick before we go, talk to me about the foot golf. Tell me what that is, because I think it's a neat addition that you have.
Foot golf is such a great concept, and we didn't develop it. It started over in Hungary, and then it came to the United States. They formed the American Foot Golf League. So we're the first certified foot golf facility in Wisconsin, and there are a few more now in Madison.
Absolutely.
But it's basically golf played with a soccer ball, believe it or not. And the great thing about it too is it doesn't require a separate golf course. They play
Okay.
the same course, same tee area, and a shorter course like ours is perfect too, because your leg won't get too tired like playing on a par 5.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
500 yards. Our holes are all 150 yards and less.
That's perfect.
But a lot of people who've never played golf can experience at least the layout of a golf course, and they kick the soccer ball into a 22-inch diameter hole.
Okay.
That's not even on the putting green. It's off to the side,
Oh,
so it's very
interesting.
unique. Yeah.
Kind of a little spin off your traditional golf. You've got foot golf, and then of course we got to check out the miniature golf a little bit earlier, and gosh, these suites are fantastic. So Joel, thank you so much for inviting us out to Vitens Golfland today. We've had tons of fun, so thanks so much.
Oh,
Hopefully
it's
we
wonderful.
can come back.
It's wonderful having you here, and I'm glad you have opportunity to see everything.
Yeah,
very often.
absolutely. So we thank you very much. Thanks to our guests for joining us today, and thank you so much for watching. Please catch us next time on Wisconsin Family.
Every day is a new beginning. Shine